going on, guys? So I wanted to get a little excited. Let me geek out a little bit, get a little nerdy with you, and really tell you, while I'm super sleepy right now, I'm super excited at the same time. I bought this the other day, and I completely forgot to, even get to play it. By the time I actually got done yesterday, got off work, got everything done, went to bed, and it was a little late. Still right now, I can't play it. I'm going to have to go to bed as soon as I get done, because I got to get a shower and go lay down and get ready for tomorrow, which is another long day. But if you've been on my channel for a little while, I've had my channel, I've talked about Castlevania probably a number of times, and I'll probably speak about it even more. They did a re-release of the DS games, which are really decent games. One of them is really good. One of them's not my favorite, and one of them pretty much has eluded me. I was going to go buy it, and I never got around to it, and it was back when it was like 30 bucks. And I didn't jump on it. I wish I should have, but I just didn't. I was like, oh, 30 bucks, I'll get it another day. I didn't think at the time about games getting up in price. Like, at the time, I knew, like, certain games got super expensive. Castlevania Symphony of the Night would be the one that I knew got super pricey at one point. Anytime you would have ran across a Greatest Hits, at the time I was thinking about this, Greatest Hits was 40 bucks. The Black Disc original release was still only a couple $100, which I say only, that's still a lot of money, but compared to what it ended up spiking to at one point, it was like 500 bucks. You know, that was just something you weren't going to get a hold of easily. And luckily, I've gotten a hold of a bunch of things through either some deals, some bad stickers, pricing, stuff like that, and lucked out and been able to pretty much build my collection. Now, every single game I'm still looking for is like $100-something. So here and there, I might be able to get a hold of one, you know, rarely, but I might be able to. While I'll say Castlevania is not the rarest games out there, it's not. It's just they're still hard to come by. It's, you know, it's pretty pricey. But that's what this drop, this literal game drop out of nowhere. I didn't even know it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say I was, you know, keeping super heavily invested in a new Castlevania drop because I just kind of lost hope. And don't get me wrong, this is not a new game. It's, you know, it's a port, but it's a good set of ports. Now this is Dominus. Now Dominus is the collection, and it's actually getting good ratings, 4.95, which makes me super happy. I'll be leaving my own. But this is for $24.99. Now to put in perspective right quick, these games are some of the pricier games. They're not cheap. We'll go ahead and go for Donisaro, which is not the cheapest, the second cheapest, which this is an unopened one. This, you know, sealed, it's supposed to be brand new. If you want to get, you know, be a dick about it, it's probably like, you know, supposed to be grade A. This right here, you know, just some regular ones is like 60 bucks. So that's still a full price game for a game that came out in 2005. This is a more expensive one. Some of the copies have gone to 130, but you got 230 for a brand new sealed edition, which is fine. If I was going to collect it, I would get them brand new to put them on the wall since there's a digital copy. Also, to top it off, this release of Dominus also supposed to have a physical release at some point, so that's really good news if it's true. So that's something I'm looking forward to because I'm going to buy it, put it on my wall, and maybe 2 copies since they're 25 bucks. One to open, one to put on my wall to keep at all times, because these are 3 games that, if I had to guess, are going to have price problems at some point. And then the lesser favorite. This one's 50 bucks. You know, brand new, $60. Let's be honest, nobody really cares about that one. I actually have this one, case and all, somewhere in this house because I bought it because it was the cheaper one. It was like 20 bucks when I bought it. And Ecclesia was like 50 when I was looking at it. So I didn't get it, and I ended up getting that one. And I caught this one at some store for like 20 bucks a while back. And both of those have been like real good favorites of mine. It's just hard for me to want to play on a console that small, like, at all anymore. Now, to be fair, this kind of scratches my itch for Castlevania. This will be something I could play probably at least 30 hours each into while they're portables, and you shouldn't really have to play them that long. They're actually not super short games if you try to do all the little stuff and play it casually. Now, if you're just going to try to speedrun the shit out of it, like every game a lot of people do, where it's like, oh, this released, I got to beat everything about it in 2 days. Yeah, you're probably going to get it done. I'm not going to lie. The games can be beat pretty quick. I don't know if some of the cheeses are still in there. I think it was Portrait of Ruin. It had a glitch where in the menu, up at the top somewhere, offset, you could click it and it would give you free potions. It's just unlimited. From what everybody pretty much could tell, it seemed like a dev thing. So like a part of a dev menu, basically, that was always there. So when devs were getting their ass whooped, they would just pop some potions up, and then they would, basically survive. I cheesed it. I used it. But you could still be too weak and get one-shotted if you went to the wrong area. Because Portrait of Ruin was, it was a really, really weird game. I'm not going to say I hated it. It just didn't feel... it had the look and the playstyle of Castlevania, but like the castle just didn't feel like it. Now, the gimmick was, there were portals and portraits, and you went through different areas completely. And some of the bosses were really cool, though. And I liked it. I didn't see any secret bosses because I didn't really sit down to play it that long. I only tried to play it to beat it, and that was like the whole point of why I bought it. But I'm wondering, and I have a full question, I'm wondering if this trend of Castlevania games getting ported to consoles is like speaking out that they may release a new one at some point. With the TV show being from really good to getting still pretty decent reviews to, these games coming out decently getting reviewed, people buying the hell out of them. Like, don't get me wrong, they're not flying off the shelves or probably breaking records, but they got to be making decent enough money to be like, we have something here. Because if you also remember, like the last, I say good, now this is my personal opinion, the last good one to me was Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. It was a good Symphony of the Night clone. It really scratched that itch. I played the shit out of it. They had a new character, I think, uploaded on a free update. It's been a little while, but not that long ago. I mean, within the last year, there was an update for a new character. And she was not my favorite. She was like a Maria. If you played Symphony of the Night, Maria can like summon animals. She was kind of like Maria, just not a glass cannon. She was weak with some good powers, but she just wasn't like hitting hard instantly. Unless you're a try-hard and you really know how to use it. Me, I guess I just suck at the game. But yeah, guys, this is something that is at least going to tickle my fancy for a little while. And like I said, it's going to scratch that itch for Castlevania games for just a little while longer. The only thing I have to say is, Nintendo, where is the remaster for Prime 2 and 3? You are really slacking. You released the first one like 2 years ago. Shadow dropped it out of nowhere, and now we still only have 2 and 3, and you announced Prime 4 for the 12th time. It's supposed to come out like in a few months, early next year by, spring? You're on the clock. The clock is ticking. I'm waiting for it. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are too. You need to catch up, because Castlevania's pretty much dropped their entire library onto console at this point. It has to be, like, pretty soon they're going to start bringing out new games. And I'm wondering, on top of that, if it's going to sell well. Now, I mean, myself, because I'm a Castlevania whore, I'm definitely going to buy it. I don't care if it's DLCs. I hope it's going to be the 2D, well, obviously 3D model, stuff like that, but the side-scrolling, RPG, action RPG, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Metroidvania, definitely exploration, stuff like that, and getting abilities and being unlock more parts of the castle and areas. It'd be really cool to see. And then I don't know if obviously they're not going to be able to do the gimmick from Symphony of the Night where they turn the castle upside down, but I'm pretty sure they can definitely make a ginormous map, because the asset flip, being that the game should be a little bit easier to maintain on a smaller map, I think they could get away with making the map a little bit bigger and just dealing with it from there. Really cool boss fights, really cool abilities. If nothing else, give us a good selection of protagonists after beating the game with whoever you want us to. And I'm pretty sure you'll make at least a good, decent killing off of it. But yeah, guys, that's all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.